Hey guys, we'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the 4th week of March. If you saw the Indie Showcase earlier this week, be sure to skip around the 2.5-minute mark. We'll start covering all of the games that weren't part of the event. So with all that said, let's get started. The first game we'll cover from the Indie Showcase is Fantasy Strike, coming to the Switch this summer. In this martial arts focused fighting game, anything can be a weapon: wind, fire, paint, gambling, and even time, featuring local and online multiplayer. The Messenger is also coming to the Switch this summer. In this 8-bit transforming into 16-bit time-traveling adventure, you play as a ninja traveling the world to deliver a scroll paramount to your survival. Mark of the Ninja Remastered is coming this fall. This true stealth side-scrolling action game is getting reworked on the Switch with better controls and visuals. It originally released on the 360. Banner Saga 3 is the conclusion to the mature story-driven RPG, and it will come to the hybrid console this summer. Plus, Banner Saga 1 and 2 will release soon, and your progress and choices will carry over from one game to another. Bomb Chicken is coming to the Switch this summer. This chicken platformer offers action and puzzles as well as arcade gameplay, where only you can discover the secret behind BFC's hot sauce and save your foul-feathered kin. Lightfall will be hitting the eShop in spring. This platforming adventure lets you uncover your mysterious past and save the inhabitants from imminent threat, featuring online leaderboards and speedrun mode. Bat North is coming this summer. Lead your army versus a Viking horde in this real-time tactics roguelike game where if you lose a commander in battle, he's gone forever. Tiny Build's Garage is coming to the Switch this spring. In this top-down shooter, you'll try to solve the mystery of the gritty underworld, and you'll be killing mutants, zombies, and much more. Lumines Remaster will hit the eShop in spring. This HD remake of the critically acclaimed puzzle game will feature HD rumble and local multiplayer. Adult Swim's Pool Panic is also coming to the Switch. This cartoon pool game with many environments like jungles, deserts, cities will feature over 100 levels in 4-player co-op. Reigns King and Queens is coming to the eShop in spring. In this compilation of Reigns and Reigns Her Majesty, you play as the king or the queen, making simple decisions to live as long as you can. Pody is a cool exploration puzzle game featuring 2 companions with different talents that combine them together to reveal the mountain's puzzles. Just Shapes and Beats is coming this summer. Featuring over 20 chiptune artists, this bullet hell experience will have a single-player story and local and online co-op with up to 4 players. And the last game from the Indie Showcase is West of Loathing, coming this spring. This is a slapstick comedy stick figure Wild West RPG featuring a sprawling open world with up to 3 classes. Now we'll cover the games that weren't part of the event, starting out with Hyper Light Drifter coming to the Switch this summer. This indie darling action-adventure RPG features otherworldly environments with a captivating storyline. Grip is coming to the Switch this winter. This is a futuristic combat racer inspired by Roll Cage games from the late 90s, featuring online and offline gameplay with split-screen options and tournaments. Ark Survival Evolved is coming to the Switch in the fall. Announced at GDC, the developers are claiming that the game will look comparable to the other consoles and come complete with all of the online features. Obviously, this has created a lot of speculation if that's possible, but for now, only time will tell. Needhog is the sequel that builds off of the gameplay from the original game, featuring head-to-toe character customizations, new weapons and levels to master, plus online and local co-op. 9 Monkeys of Shaolin is coming to the Switch this fall. This is an intense top-down close-quarter action game where you punch and hack your way through enemies using ancient martial arts. Tunchi is a 2D beat-em-up with roguelike elements and hand-drawn art, featuring branching paths so no 2 playthroughs are ever the same, and it features changing skill upgrades. Crashlands is a story-driven crafting action RPG featuring 4 races in 3 continents, where you're free to explore, build, kill, and even tame creatures. Appearing on the eShop for a March 27th release, Warp Shift is a puzzle game where you're guiding P and her magical companion through a maze-like confines of the enigmatic ancient chamber that keeps them trapped. Higurashi When They Cry Who will release on the eShop in July 26th. This version of the supernatural horror visual novel will release with 19 chapters and 3 Switch-specific scenarios. After a successful Kickstarter campaign, Netherworld is also coming to the Switch. This is a horizontal side-scrolling action pixel art game. Defoliation is coming to the Switch this summer. This is a mystery puzzle game where the protagonist breaks into a place that's both familiar and strange because of unknown reasons. Super Rocket Shootout is also coming to the Switch. This brawler with a story mode as well as local and online multiplayer will be hitting the eShop on April 15th. Cube Life Island Survival is an open-world block-building survival game that takes place, as you might have guessed it, in a remote island, where you build, craft, and fight your way to stay alive. Pinball Arcade is also coming to the Switch later this year. This version will include the Tales of Arabia Nights table for free and offer 30 tables via day one purchases, as well as new tables offered monthly for years to come. Beach Buggy Racing 2 is coming this fall. This is a direct sequel to the original game that released back in September for the Switch, and it features new content with upgradable power-ups and online competitions. Sarvat, which was originally planned for the Wii U, was playable at GDC, and now we know that it's coming to the hybrid console. PETA's very own Kitten Squad is coming to the Switch later this year. In this action game, you play as a kitten leading an army with rocket launchers or yarn balls to defeat the evil robots. Nilumbra is coming to the Switch's eShop in summer of 2018. Originally brought to the Wii U, in this 2D platformer you join Born on his adventure to find himself and escaping a curse. Gacha Racing 2nd will be appearing on the eShop in March 29th. You get parts by rolling gacha and you build your own machines to race in multiple tracks and game modes. Spartan is a 2D action platformer that appeared in the eShop and is scheduled to release for April 1st. Pixel Junk Monster 2 is coming to the eShop in May 25th. This tower defense game features local and online multiplayer with 3D fully rendered worlds to defend. Appearing on the eShop, Farm Expert 2018 is a farming sim that boasts over 2 million users on mobile and is now jumping ship to the hybrid console. D-Generation HD is appearing on the eShop in March 27th. This is a classic isometric puzzle game originally released in the 90s for PC and DOS. ZombiLee is also coming to the Switch, featuring 100 levels, 2 sets of mini-games, and 3 different environments. And finally, the last game announcement of the week is Animated Jigsaw Beautiful Japan. This jigsaw puzzle has you solving animated scenes or still images with up to 4 players. And that's all the games we'll be covering this week. This was the most announcements we've actually seen in just 1 week, and a couple of really good interesting indies, but no real big AAA stuff just yet. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. See ya!